What's goody? We back. Respect the tilt. You got me, Great Robino. You got that man JT, and you got Fly Man over there. Go ahead, say something.
JT, it's finally May. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Hey,
Yo, it's your boy Flyman. You know about that meme that's like, it's gonna be May. You know about that meme?
Yeah. The other day was May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. There wasn't too many Star Wars announcements, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot to go off of right now.
That's okay.
yeah. But for us today, what we about to go off of is this topic about horror movies. We about to talk about how we gonna survive them horror movie tropes. If we was up in there, what we gonna do? How we gonna make it?
All right. I think first let's talk about some of our favorite tropes. I think my personal favorite is don't have sex in a cabin.
Or just in the woods in general. Some of them people, they be out like literally in the middle of the woods, like outside.
Don't do nothing in public.
Okay, but it's like, why would you try to have sex in a place that doesn't even look appealing?
No, it doesn't.
Or like,
That's correct.
Hey,
they be doing it in abandoned houses,
Yeah,
creepy ass
they want to test
looking buildings.
Hey, when things
Yeah,
get
they
hot
want
and
to
heavy.
test the limits.
hot and heavy. You say?
Like, don't y'all have your own house to do this at? Your own car? I don't get it.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, the
Even in the car.
the car broke down, and that's why they in that building.
What?
Car broke down. They went into the building to try to see if anybody was there, and then things escalated.
See, here's the thing, though. We have to look at it like we had got caught into the horror situations, okay? Because it's easy to avoid the horror situations because you could spot one from a mile away. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So we have to think about this hypothetically, like we're already in the situation. How
Alright.
did we survive? Or more like we were forced into the situation.
Alright.
How did we survive?
Yeah, put
Because
myself in that
We was
situation.
forced in. So what? We in Saul now?
Pretty much,
I
right?
mean, that's
I mean,
horror.
are like it's easy. Like, you hear a noise, just don't investigate it. Or if you investigate it, bring your piece. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or-
Boy, if I
don't
don't got my
investigate.
piece with me.
Hey, bro, that's your
Bro,
fault.
you got weapons laying
Stay
around
strapped.
all around you.
I'm gonna have
Do
to
you
throw
know
my
the-
hands then. What?
Stay
Do
dangerous.
you know the potential weapons you have at your disposal just laying around?
You know how sharp an elbow is?
Bro, do you know you could
Crusty
cut
elbow.
somebody-
Yeah.
You could cut somebody with your credit card? Like, come on, man, you got weapons. Think,
been doing
think outside
research?
the box. Think outside the box, bro. Think
You been-
outside the box.
You've been
For
doing research on
hypothetically,
this?
for hypothetically putting ourselves in these situations, then what is having sex like? You know, stay abstinent.
Wait, wait, what? You mean just actually, or all right? In a situation,
Hypotheticals are hard, man.
or in a situation of a horror movie.
What other horror movies have that trope? Because the only one I could think of is whatchamacallit.
It's
I know it was in
slasher.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's usually in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's the only one I know of. Oh,
Or
wait,
Halloween movies.
what's the one? It's
Slashers,
the
yeah.
game. What's the game horror game? It's QTEs all the time, and you have to like make decisions.
Oh, I know. what
Until
you're talking
Dawn.
about. It's
Oh.
Until
Until-
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
smash the cabinet, and she got pulled through the window.
Yeah, that one's, what is that, an anthology? Because they have another one on a boat.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, there's another one too.
Yeah.
Man, I can't keep up with them.
But yeah, it's
It's
like
in,
that.
I think it's in Cabin in the Woods too. Cabin in the Woods is just like a movie full of tropes, I think.
But that's the purpose of Cabin in the Woods, because it plays on the tropes.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
That's cool.
I can think of one where it takes that trope and turns it into the thing that's the horror about it is it follows. That's pretty much a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's a killer that brings an entity that follows you everywhere.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Hey, you pass it on to someone else or something?
You have to pass it on to someone else, and the only way you can do it is by having sex with them.
Is there like a certain amount of time or something?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's like you have to do it within a time period or else it kills you.
Dang, that's messed up.
It is pretty messed up, ain't it? What are some other our favorite tropes? Considering you two are both African American males.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, how do you survive as a black dude in a horror movie? I mean,
Pick better friends. I think that's
or avoid all the dumb stuff that people would be doing, or
Hey, you just try to be the quiet one. Just sit back.
right, and just let them do them, right? If they're trying to do something stupid or do something stupid or anything like that, you'd be like, I'm out. Be like,
don't be in the front or in the back. Stay in the middle.
Right.
Stay in the middle.
And then that's the one time that the monster tries to switch it up. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go for the middle.
That'd be wild.
always stay with a group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Always bring a weapon. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. I'm just saying a pocket knife might be useful. You never know.
Yeah, true. When you run into the jungle, you know, like a predator, you know.
Right. I mean, what are common? I mean, the only common trope I know is that the black guy always dies first, but it's like it's never their fault, right? It's usually it's usually like it was like unexpected, like the monster just started killing, and like they didn't know the monster existed, and then it's like I'm gonna kill the darkest man. I'm gonna end this man's whole career. Oh, all right.
I got a better chance of getting all of them if I take out the most dangerous one first. That's kind of racist. That's kind of racist.
Just a little bit.
I'm just, like I said, we're thinking hypothetically. I put my mind inside of a killer, you know?
I mean, you ever seen those videos of people where they say if the black guy didn't die first, and you see them run off screaming, and it's just a ghost, and then it comes back with like a chair and smacks the ghost in the head? I have
not seen any videos like that, but it's definitely something that would make a lot more sense.
That video sounded way specific. That video.
I know. It sounded very niche.
I'm pretty sure it was like a Twitter video.
Okay. Let's see. What else is there? What about zombie tropes? Because there are a few different types of zombies,
there's the one about you always trip on something when you're running.
That's some Scooby-Doo type stuff right there.
Like, I thought of that when you said zombie.
Pick up your feet.
Yeah, for real. Don't learn how to run.
Don't keep looking behind you, I guess.
Right. Don't keep looking behind you. Zigzag and pick up your feet.
Serpentine.
And 90s. Robino, you know about those 90s? Boom, bring the knee up 90 degree, elbows 90 degree. Yeah. That's how you run. That's how you get out of there.
High knees.
Yep. Drive with the knees. Pump the arms. Easy.
Then there's also, I don't even know if it's a trope, the one about the most reliable one looking like they're gonna die first or something. I know that's what happened in Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, like the guy who seems the most capable for the situation.
Yeah.
How common is that?
I think
it is pretty common. Right? It is pretty common actually. When I think about it, it's always like somebody that might be knowledgeable about the monster or evil or something like that. Like they might be there for the bulk of the movie, but then the monster always ends up getting them. Pretty much. Never go back. I mean, come on, bro. That's easy. Why would you go back? I mean, like
that's how you get a second movie.
I know.
I mean, even if there might be somebody, I mean, you might have to sacrifice. I mean, just don't go back. I'm just saying.
I remember that one Friday the 13th movie where they was mad at Jason or something, but he was already buried in the grave, and he's like, I'm gonna stab this grave with a metal rod while it's storming, and then it got shocked by lightning and brought him back.
I remember that. I know what you're talking about.
That's violent.
That's pretty stupid right there.
Where's some paranormal tropes? Paranormal movies.
See, paranormal is strange because it's like it's paranormal.
Some of them, there's nothing you can do about.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do or to fight it. But I mean,
The first thing I think is
Wait,
like the
Run
funny
Away.
movie, like
Yeah.
the funny Wayne's movie. What was it? A haunted house or whatever it's
yeah.
called. I feel like
Be all furniture, cuz.
I feel like it's. I don't quite remember the movie, but I feel like there's something that happens that's paranormal, and you're like, nope, we gotta move.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did in that movie. But
I think one trope is don't trust them kids.
yeah, true.
The creepy
Don't let the
kids.
kids. No, the kids that you bring with the house. Don't let the kids travel or like open any crazy doors. What was that one movie, Annabelle?
All right.
That man had the doll locked in that room, and the little girl was like, "Hey, this room's locked. Let me try opening it."
You know what was a dumb one? Okay. You know, movies like, what was it? Was it The Grudge? Or was it the... I think it was more The Ring, right?
Ring is the one with the girl on the TV.
Right, okay. It's like, if you watch this, you're going to summon a demon, right? Or a monster, okay? You were told beforehand, if you watch it, it's going to summon a monster.
It's true.
Yet you still watch it. Why?
I think that happens.
It's
Hey,
not
man,
like
the
you were
curiosity.
curious about it. Like, bro, I don't get that.
Some people are just like, "Hey, let me see if that's true."
Yeah, like there was this show called Gary and His Demons. I think it's like a comedy. I haven't seen too much of it, but there's something called a monster called Grundleman, and they have to say their name a certain amount of times in the mirror, and then these girls have a sleepover, and they're like, "Oh, let's do it." They're like, "Oh, you won't, you scared," and then next thing you know, they saying the name in the mirror, and
That's
then
childish.
that guy coming out trying to get them with the hook.
Well, that's like Candyman, where like if you say his name. in the
I'm pretty
movie,
sure he was a play on Candy, man.
Yeah,
He appears. And it's like, why would you?
that's what I'm saying about get better friends.
Why would you do that? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, they was
Don't
not trying
stay
to
with
say
the-
it either. They only wanted the
don't
person
stay
that
with
was
the dumb-
teasing.
Don't stay with the dumb people. Easy.
You just gotta pick better friends at some age. I would never.
All right. You out in the woods, right? Just in a normal day, out in the woods with your lantern.
I don't know
And
if
your
I call
dog.
that a normal day.
Put yourself in a situation though, you know.
And then you hear a loud screech in the woods. What you do?
I'm gonna go the other way.
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear it.
What if you didn't know where it came from?
Oh well. Where? How far is my car?
That's not how sound works.
How far is civilization? How far is safety?
We'll follow the river back. to
Hey,
the
how my phone looking right now though? In that situation.
You got no service in the woods, right?
They say you don't typically.
Yeah, man.
I feel like most woods you probably would have service.
I got 5G. I got AT&T, bro. 5G AT.
I don't know about that 5G. You know, people say that it's what's causing people to get that
Oh,
thing.
Don't even start with me. I can't
Don't
believe
even
that.
start. Don't even start.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Especially coming from one of our friends. I can't believe it.
Wait, did he say that?
That man
He
reposted
said
on
he
Facebook.
just said
Wait,
something
that was
strange
his
about
post?
it, or it don't
Oh.
add up or don't match or something like that.
I think he also said something along the lines of, I mean, I'm not saying this is true, but it's something to think about. What are you saying?
Right.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember.
So we're back in the woods, right?
Right. Back in the woods. You hear the sound. I mean, most
What?
people would go the other way. Do you remember where you came from? I mean, you should just jet back to where you came
I
from.
mean, I feel like you should remember where you came from. Otherwise, you was planning on getting lost in the woods if you didn't
Man,
prepare for that.
I'm taking off.
What about the dog? I mean, a dog should be able to keep up with you, right?
Right.
Unless it's
Yeah.
a small dog.
Hey man,
Best to take off.
You gonna pick the dog up and run?
I might have to, but I'm sure.
Alright.
he can keep up.
See, but what if the dog just immediately starts barking like towards that? Okay, so what if you in the woods and then the dog just immediately starts barking at something, but you don't see anything?
We turn around. We out of here. We out of it. No questions asked. Same
Here
word.
goes. Here was an interesting one. Horror, or it probably was thriller, more thriller-like. But the chick was deaf. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the home invader
The-
came in, so
the
she
what?
couldn't.
Oh wait,
It's called Hush.
This home invader came in. Okay, but she was deaf, right? How, or like, you know, like that's an interesting twist.
And imagine the weird deaf.
Yeah, that's an interesting twist because
Yeah.
she can't hear him.
There's probably nothing we could do other than you're gonna have to fight for your life, you know.
Right.
But she was strapped.
Yeah,
She was ready. She was ready.
Always
Okay.
be prepared. Be proactive.
Also,
If I
she was-
could be even more proactive, I wouldn't live in the woods by myself in the woods. Because she only had one neighbor,
Right.
and then that guy killed the neighbor. That's not it. Yeah, don't live in the woods.
I could think of one that really infuriated me was the strangers, right? And then these mugs come up and they basically like ring the doorbell, right? And then they creepy and they have the mask on and all this other types of stuff. You would think somebody comes to your door with a creepy ass mask. You wouldn't be like, all right, it's time to like find a way to get the hell out of here. Granted, okay, they already like, you know, messed up their car and all this
Oh, yeah, yeah.
stuff, but I would have been like, man, it's time to go.
Is that another home invasion movie?
Did they open the door
Yeah.
for them?
No, they rang the doorbell. Like they were messing with them. Like kept on ringing the doorbell and all this other stuff. And then while she was home alone, and then the dude returned. And then yeah, that's when they like showed their face like in the mask. And that's when they tried to leave. And the car was already messed up. But the girl should have tried harder and would have been like, hey bro, we need to go. There's been some creepy stuff happening since you left. We need to go.
What about the Purge? Because I remember distinctly.
I was thinking
in the
that
first
too.
one- distinctly in the first one, that kid knew the codes to open up the doors, and then they unfortunately let that homeless man in. And I think they're gonna have problems no matter what. But them harboring a homeless person that was planning on getting killed just made things even harder for them.
True.
That's what I'm saying. You can't let these kids know none of these codes. You can't. At least not until I know that they can't make a sound, or at least till I know they can make sound judgment.
I just imagine Lincoln opening up the door, smiling at them.
And Colby's like, "Hey, who at the door?"
And he's like, Bunny? And it's a guy in a bunny suit.
God dang it. What else we got, guys? Okay. Check this out. You want to get a nice getaway, right? To Tennessee, Kentucky. Get a nice little cabin in the mountains
Mm.
with your honey dip.
Okay.
But you start noticing things don't seem right? Cell phone not working too much. Your car acting funny. Hearing noises. What you do?
I call that AAA roadside assistance.
Hmm?
Then they take like 3 hours to show up.
I will say that does take a long time.
What do
That's-
though?
That's when the
What do-
little countdown comes down. If we was in the game, it's like survive until they show up.
What do in the situation though?
We're in
I
the
mean, if
mountain.
they're like you in the mountain cabin, bro. Like, what are you doing? How you gonna
My-
survive? Like, if somebody's coming for you, right? You know, like they've been messing with your stuff. It's not working no more. Like they coming. What do?
I mean, you
How
gotta
prepared-
have a gun though. I'm pretty sure you had the shotty. You got mountain lions out there. How you gonna deal with the mountain lions?
You gotta have an axe for firewood, you know? Gotta have the axe. Unless he got it first, you know, then we got a problem.
I mean, I will hide.
You go looking for the axe and you're like, where the axe at?
Which
Have you-
tactic is more successful, hiding or running?
I feel like you should hide, trap them, and then get the jump on them.
Well, I mean, if you don't know where they're at, then running's
So you're trying to turn
probably
this
bad.
into a turn-based strategy game.
So you say if you don't know where they're at, you should maybe run.
No, I
so
say
that
if you don't know where they're at, running is probably not the play, because you don't know if they're just watching.
Well, yeah, I mean,
True.
we don't know if they have a long range weapon or close quarter.
You don't know if
weapon.
they sawed this up, if they like
Yeah,
combination of Saw and Home Alone. Which I
Home
guess-
Alone, very different movie, but yes.
Yeah, you can Home Alone it.
right.
Set up the stuff for him.
You could.
Mhm.
It depends, like if they came to the cabin with the intention
Right.
of Airbnb in it and captured you, or if you came to the cabinet and it's somebody else and you have time to prep.
I think this all comes down to how much research do you do. For one, I gotta research this cabinet. What is this called? Cabin. I gotta research on this cabin, right? I gotta, gotta make sure the car's got everything in it. It's got, full tank of gas, the tire pressure's up, new tires, even washer fluid. It's gotta have washer fluid, you know what I mean?
I mean, you should probably be checking for all those things before you go on a trip, anyways. Make
Exactly.
sure you have survival kits.
But you never. Sometimes these people don't even be thinking about it. They'll pull up to the car and the battery doesn't work. Why?
Hey, I don't
Or,
even know
like-
when my battery gonna die.
Hey man, yeah, I mean, if it's been a little while, there are signs that you can kind of interpret whether or not.
Hey, I
Always-
got my car in 2014. I have not changed the battery.
I mean, you also got those portable charger things now.
Yeah.
Hey, so somebody mess with your battery, bro, and drain your power. So
Gotta be ready.
you gotta be ready. Like I said, you should just have a survival kit anyways in your car.
Mhm. Even like some tools in your car, maybe you'll have like a hammer in there. I don't know.
Right. A flare. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You never know.
You never know.
Maybe
Machete. I don't know.
yeah, exactly.
Machete.
Maybe a brick in case you fall into a river.
Real talk about when we was in Puerto Rico, the guy that we did our Airbnb with, like he drove us to and from the airport and stuff, and he was driving us to the
Oh, nice.
airport when we were leaving, right? And he was like, "There's a machete in the back seat." But this was during New Year's, and he was like, "Sorry about the machete." He was like, during New Year's or whatever, we have a tradition where we carve, they roast a whole pig typically.
Oh, right.
So they were carving the pig with the machete.
That mug looks fire too.
You got in the back and you're like, hey, hold up. What's up with
No,
this machete?
You'd be like, why is there fresh blood on it?
Hey, hold up. But when we also went to the bar, they was whacking them coconuts.
Oh yeah. That's tight though.
He was like, I done seen too many movies to know where this going.
They make
Right.
drinks fresh out of that.
They was whacking them coconuts, boy.
Yo, I know this isn't a horror movie, but remember at the end of Parasite, Robino, I know you didn't watch it, but when an old dude came out the basement, dude, I would have been like everybody else. I would have took off.
Facts.
I would have been gone.
Facts.
I was like, they know what they're doing. These Asian people know what's going on.
Hey, bro, did you realize how the drawings that the kid was doing was not for some sort of trauma or whatever?
Yeah.
It was the guy that he saw coming.
Yeah. I thought that was crazy. It all tied together somehow.
It all tied together somehow.
And that woman just so happened to know.
Uh-huh.
Like she just like took a shot in the dark, and I was like, yeah, this dude has some mental trauma. That's crazy.
So I got two. First one's like, what if it's like that? What is it? Brightburn? Is that what it was called, or whatever the movie where the kid was like the evil Superman?
Oh, okay.
That sounds very familiar. I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. What if it was something like supernatural going on like that?
Oh
That's
man.
That's what we're saying. Like, it's hard to fight supernatural stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes if it's gonna happen, you got no shot. You got no shot. I think at that point is when you just tell everybody, "Hey, by the way, if I don't make it, it's because this kid's gonna kill me."
They did the kid from Bright. See, I haven't got to see it yet. I mean,
I haven't either.
if he had a weakness, obviously you should try to exploit it. But if he didn't, I don't know.
I mean, if there's just
find some way to survive, and
if there's just no way to escape, hey man, sometimes you just gotta be like, hey man, I'll make it easier for you.
Throw the mails up. I don't know.
Okay. So then the other one was like, you somehow get kidnapped. You know how like the Saw people, I guess, they're always like, they somehow get kidnapped and then they just wake up in those situations.
I mean, that one's easy. I mean, don't be double crossing nobody, fam.
Yep. Or what about if
because most of those people are usually like crappy people.
In that situation, yeah. What
or
if you ain't done then? And you just
what if it was like something like Final Destination, where you can't control because you know how like the death comes after them because they cheated death, quote unquote. What if you just had no idea you cheated death, and then he's like, well, I gotta kill you somehow.
But at least in the Final Destination things, there was always a warning.
Right.
I mean, it's like in a horror movie, right? There's the fun in it is that there's always something telling you it's about to happen.
True.
Right? And then you get, characters get stuck in a situation or whatever, right? So you at least always have some sort of warning, but it's like, how do you beat it? Is the fun. Or how do you survive it? It's the fun in it.
That's true. Because some people just straight up just be like, hey man, what's that over there? Be like, maybe I could test fate.
Here was like an interesting one. Like, you go to like some remote area that has like deep lore or whatever, and a crazy, like, some kid got murdered in a house or whatever, and there's like always a local that knows the history, and he's like, that house over there, I'll go over there, or whatever. Like that's always one. I mean, that's a clear warning. So you probably should be staying in this town.
Right.
I mean, those are things you can't. Those are things where like you just have to survive some way somehow. Like, there's not really much you could have did to prevent it. You just have to find a way to get out.
I like how in Get Out, that got the main character slowly was starting to realize, he was like, hey man, I ain't about this.
Right. But it was sadly like by the time he realized, like, and he wanted to leave, it was already too late. Give me them keys, Rose. Yeah, he already knew it was a little too late at that time. I mean, you think about it, Us was another one of those ones where it's like,
Dang, I still haven't seen that one yet. I keep
I mean,
forgetting.
but it was like you. I mean, that was like you kind of have to fight back at that point.
So then, what about when you out in like Louisiana and the bayous with them witch doctors?
Is that an
The
accent
voodoo.
for that area? Is that
Nah,
what the accent sounds like?
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
But what were you saying though? What are you trying to say to me?
Say it without the accent.
Being out in them bayous, them
What
witch
about the
doctors,
bayou? Okay.
that voodoo. You find a voodoo doll.
Oh
But,
no,
hey,
I'm not touching no dolls. No
but,
nothing.
hey, why this look
None
like
of that.
JT?
What are you doing? What are you looking at?
He was absolutely right. I'm not touching no dolls. He said, "Oh no, no dolls. I ain't touching no dolls." That's sexual. Why would
I have
you?
no intentions of going to a bayou.
True.
Dude, some dolls are creepy, but quite a few of them are cultural, and those are like I had an aunt who had a bunch of dolls around the house. Man, I could not look at them the same at night. When I was in bed, I would stay in bed.
I mean,
I'm-
I would.
I'm not getting up.
You always felt like they was following you, their eyes.
Yep. No matter how I look at them, it looked like they were looking straight ahead. You know what I mean? They never gave me side eye. I felt like they always looked at me face to face.
Burn them all.
Dude, you know the horror movies that always are like just awful, like the which one was it? Anything paranormal is just terrible to deal with because a lot of the times it's like it's something satanic. And there's just really literally nothing you can do about it other than just keep running. But even then, it just constantly just keeps catching up.
Yeah.
What about like invasions or something dealing with aliens?
Oh, alien invasion, eh? I think you just have to square up. You gotta square up in a smart way, though. You can't do it the dumb way and be like, all right, bust down the door with the AK. Nah, they're smarter than that.
Signs, bro.
Signs. Think about the Predator movies.
Right.
No, they never beat the Predator. They always lose. 'Cause they
Well,
never-
didn't
pretty
they?
tough.
I mean, no, did they? They beat the Predator, but it like took a long time
I
to
know. it's
finally
just-
beat it.
At that point, it's like I can't even tell who's the real winner.
Yeah, they beat him, but it took a hot grip.
Wasn't there one where there was multiple predators? Like the original one got killed or something? But then like another one showed up?
I only remember the one where what's his name was in it.
I only know the first one very well.
I only know the one I think Gerard Butler's in it.
Oh, that's the remake.
Yeah, the remake.
Yeah, that new one was absolute hot garbage. By the way,
It was pretty. None of it made sense.
not the remake, but the new one. Did you?
Yeah, the
did you
new
see the
one.
New one? Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that stuff made no sense. that was garbage.
It seemed like they just wanted to have fun with it.
Yeah, it was not the Predator I knew.
You know what? I don't know if it's a horror movie, but a movie that kind of piqued my interest and I never got to yet. The Train to Busan. I still haven't seen that yet, but I heard it's a lot more than just a horror movie. I heard there's a lot of social constructs within it.
Isn't it like a battle royale type thing?
Train to Busan. I'm not sure. It's a Korean movie. It's the one where there are zombies on a train.
Mhm.
And apparently there's supposed to be a second one, but I've never seen the first one. And that movie's like Snowpiercer, them train movies. And train movies are
My
a lot
cousin,
better than this.
my cousin said he thought Snowpiercer was garbage. I was like, dang, for real?
I think once you see one strange thing that happens in it, it kind of just turns you off to the entire movie.
That's accurate.
Because there were a lot of weird things that happened in that movie.
I ain't never seen it.
Robino, I feel like every time, I thought I watched this with Flyman. I don't know who I watched this movie with, but I could have sworn Robino was there for it.
Snowpiercer? That don't
Man,
sound
maybe
familiar.
The only movie you've seen with us was that trash one. Game Over, man.
We watched.
I saw Annihilation with y'all.
Oh, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, Jez was there.
Dang.
That mess was scary.
I was not
Yeah,
interested in watching that. I'm
That
not
bear
gonna lie to you.
thing?
Bro.
I was good off that.
I literally haven't been terrified by something in a while, but that was truly terrifying.
Hey, I remember our friend, he was sitting in the middle of us, and he kept jumping on me. He was getting scared.
Oh my god.
Boy, I could not watch that. Nope.
Yeah, man, that one's a trip. But it's also an amazing movie, so
Yeah, that music.
yeah, bro. That
Man, I can't do horror, man. It's just too much for me.
I don't know why. For some reason, I don't really get jump scared.
What's
At least not very
dead
easily.
inside.
jump scares you can see coming a mile away. I think what's truly scary is like building good tension and then
Yeah.
hanging on that tension. Like that bear scene, that was tension. It was a freaking bear with a skull face and it was talking like a human. Like nigga, that is that is terrifying.
And then the music that was playing in that moment.
Right.
Man, the music amplifies anything in a scary movie.
That shit was terrifying.
I
You
thought
dang right
somebody's-
I'd be scared of that.
I thought somebody's face was about to get eaten.
And it was like screaming and shit. And yeah. That shit was scary.
What's another trope? called?
Another trope.
Another one.
What's another one? What is another one? I mean, I think I said it before, but don't ever split up. That's always easy.
Oh yeah, you look like Scooby Doo in the mystery.
I was just
Game.
about to say, unless you're in Scooby Doo.
Yup.
Mm.
Unless you're in Scooby Doo or in an anime.
If you're in
Not split
Scooby
up.
Doo and you split up, just don't go with Shaggy and Scooby.
If you think you kill somebody, kill them again when they down.
Hey,
You probably didn't kill them.
isn't that what they said in Zombieland? Double tap.
Yeah, double tap, boy.
Hey, we played enough Resident Evil. Know them zombies
Yeah.
you playing dead.
Right. If you think you killed it, just kill it again. Kill it again. You never know.
I think the funny thing about splitting up is you would think that certain people would be able to get out. Like the logic behind it almost makes sense, right? The more you split up, the more different directions the killer would have to go. But somehow, no matter how they split up, they always end up doing nothing.
Well, it's like if you split up, right? Yeah, you would think it's logical, but if you're together, it's
Yeah.
also logical that the killer wouldn't even try it because they're only one person.
Right. Because if you split up, you have to make it worth the split up. Like you have to make your your contribution valuable. Like if I split up, I'm not just gonna sit in a cabin by myself. Like, no, I gotta, I'm either gonna go with the squad or I'm gonna like figure out a way to leave on my own if I have to.
Right.
They come back, they like, hey, where GT at? You just left a note. Yeah, I got out of there.
Like not me,
I'm
fam.
gone.
Exactly.
That's like at the start of the movie, and then you're just not in the movie anymore.
And
Because
I
you
take
actually
that.
left.
I'll take that pay cut. I don't care how much screen time I got. You know what was an interesting horror movie? Happy Death Day, where she had to like figure out who her killer was, and she kept coming back to life over and over and over again.
I really like that movie. Honestly.
I just thought the idea was interesting. The
Yeah.
the sad part is I guessed who the killer was immediately when I saw them.
Kind of
I
makes
mean,
me think of
it kind of hints
an
hard
anime.
at who the killer
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it sounds like what's that one anime?
Erased,
Yeah, Erased.
which you said you guessed who it was in there immediately too.
Yeah, dude. It's just like it's. I just see. I just have suspicion. I have a radar. You know what I mean? I have suspicious people radar, and it kind of goes off really easily, just because I think everyone's at least a little suspicious. That's what happens when you grow up in the hood. You know?
Oh yeah, on Pontiac.
Hey man, I was 2 streets down from Pontiac.
Hey, man, I used to live on Adams Street, and that shit was rough too.
Hey, did I tell you about that one time I was in Village Woods at night, and I was
Oh,
going.
bruh.
Yeah, I was driving down the road, and there was a car just sitting there. And as I was coming up the road, they flashed their lights at me, and I was like, "All right, let me turn around and go a different way." But then the way I was going, I didn't know where I was going, so I got lost, and I actually ended up coming around, and I came down the same road, but from the other way. So I passed the car, and then they just started their car up and started following me, and I was like, "Bruh, what did I do?"
How did you put yourself in this situation? What are you doing?
I was lost. It was dark. I had never been over there at night, so I got lost.
Yeah, but why were you over there at night?
I don't remember. I think
Oh,
I was coming
see?
back from somewhere, and I just tried to cut through there.
Oh, see? Oh, you tried to take a shortcut.
Hey, I sped up though. Like once I got out, I was speeding. I was like, they're not following me.
They're not getting me today.
Not today.
Like
Bro.
I'm pretty sure the speed limit was like 30. I immediately hit 50 out there.
I remember when I used to live on Adams Street, there's this. Me and my mom got out the car, like with groceries or whatever, and this car came like barreling down the road, and it slammed into a tree. And this dude, he like ran out the car and stumbled out and like ran off, and the girl like ran off, and she was like holding her head and stuff like that. Like I think he was like drunk or something. But that shit was crazy, dude.
Dang, that sounds like a movie.
And then I remember there was this guy. They had this vicious dog, okay, and it always found a way to get out.
It was a pit bull.
Yeah, it was a pit bull, and it always found a way to get out or like jump or whatever. And it like was getting ready to attack this little kid, and the people that owned the dog, they had a son too. Like he was older, he was in a wheelchair, and then like he came out, like on his wheelchair. The dog attacked the wheelchair. That shit was crazy too.
You said the dog attacked the guy in the wheelchair?
Yes.
What?
Oh god.
I think also it'd be worth getting a dog. I think a dog would come in real handy. It's paranormal.
You're right about that. A dog would be handy.
Maybe get a couple of dogs just in case.
Unless it's a scared dog. It's the type
Yeah.
of dog that like somebody's getting in the house and is barking at the person, but from the back of the house.
Man, lucky I don't think he's gonna be reliable.
That's my aunt's dog. Like she'll bark at you, but from the back of the house where you don't know where she at. She's in the back under the bed barking at you. If you get close, she stops.
Oh,
Dang.
yeah, right. He ain't really about it.
For real.
Yeah.
How many dog that's strapped up too? I need one like that dog in I Am Legend.
Right.
Smith's dog was about it.
Them German shepherds.
He was about it. And then when he had to put him down, it's tragic.
Tragedy.
I can't think of any horror movies that I genuinely enjoyed. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, you
didn't
already know
like,
I'd be slacking on movies.
You didn't like that one movie that was like, if I kill a dude, he gonna live? You don't know that one?
What?
Uh,
What about I was gonna say horror anime, but horror anime is different.
it's just over the top.
Yeah, it's just all gore.
Yeah, I don't like gore a whole lot.
There was that one horror movie that what was it? What was it? It was Hereditary. Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, man, I didn't watch that. I read the fucking synopsis.
What about Insidious? I don't know anything about Insidious, but I just know it has that person with that red face.
I don't know nothing about that either.
Man, people was hyping that up like it was so scary, but it wasn't
Yeah,
scary.
I always take a pass on things like that. Man.
The Kabuki Mask. Insidious was like a haunted thing and a creepy kid that unleashed evil, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Man, I don't know, dude.
Me neither.
It's simple, man. Just don't do dumb stuff. Don't investigate no noises. Always keep a weapon. Always be prepared. Always, I mean, you should be prepared for anything anyways, right?
I mean that's asking for a lot though, not to do dumb stuff.
Mob mentality, stay with the group.
Like you ever seen those ever since this stuff been going on now, you ever seen them challenges? Like the virus challenge, and it showed somebody licking a toilet seat on a plane. And you asking them not to do dumb stuff.
They just out here trying to chase clout, bro.
Yeah. The whole thing is just to be extreme.
There's also the Tide Pod challenge.
Hey man, don't come here talking about no challenges.
I mean, Robino, you said a good one. Don't pick up like a strange, scary-looking book and then read things aloud, or
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's like, "Oh, this looks like Latin. I know Latin. I took that in high school."
Nope.
Latin's a dead language, though. Why you gotta go read it?
You're gonna be dead. That's right.
don't be picking
Be a
up them
menace.
Ouija boards.
Mm-hmm. Anything supernatural, just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
just let it be.
If it looks strange, just leave it alone.
Yeah. You gotta really put on your. I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta be a little prejudiced, all right? You gotta be a little prejudiced.
Keep your cell phone charged before you go out. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, watch where you're running. We don't want to see you trip and then die. Get caught.
Stay at home at night.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I be walking fast at night. I always feel like there's somebody watching me.
Don't test the urban legends. Don't be like the local dude says, hey, if you go down there and put a pickle on your head, dive in the water, and the monster's gonna get you. Don't test it out.
And it turns out that he's the monster.
Don't test it out.
See, make sure you have.
He like, boy, that sound dumb. Goes and tries it.
Don't trust the kids. You know what I mean?
Don't let the kids do anything.
Always
do
watch.
Know how to run.
Just know how to run.
Be coordinated when you're running away.
Run up the stairs.
Pick the knees up.
Yeah. What was rule number 1? Cardio.
I think so. I haven't seen the second one yet. Have you?
Same. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I don't know why I even asked.
All right, crew. We talked about how we survive a horror movie. We can't pretty much get a rundown of what our synopsises were, or our thoughts. It's easy. Just don't do dumb stuff. I mean, If it looks scary, it's scary. Always be prepared. I mean, if you're fighting something supernatural, natural, or something that's just a little too powerful for a human, I mean, just try to survive. I mean,
Call the government.
The government ain't gonna help.
Nope.
But hey, I hope, I mean, we hope that our tips will help you survive your horror movie, wherever that may be. I know real life is scary, but always remember, respect.
Respect it.
Yeah.